What's up, YouTube? It is your boy, JB, and I'm here today with a review for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 10, Episode 2. And the episode is titled To Text and Live in Beverly Hills. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump into this episode review. Alright, you guys, so this episode, we're going to start up with Dorit. So, we see Dorit, she and PK, they moved out of their house that they've been in for the last how many seasons has Dorit been on? What, four? Whatever, ever many seasons they've been on. They moved out of their house. She said she never thought of it as her forever home. I'm like, oh, whatever you say. So like I said, they moved into this new house. It's a farmhouse, and she's talking about how she's ready for the kitchen to be finished. And then they showed on the screen how much the house was worth. That's a $6 million house, and I'm like, wow, how does Doreen and PK afford this house? Because if you go by what the blog said about those two, they have so many legal issues and so many lawsuits against them. So how do y'all afford it? And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it last season that when the girls went to Mexico that there was a woman that came up to Dorit about this whole legal issue that's going on with them, about them being scammers and whatnot. So I don't know how Dorit and PK are paying for this house, but it has nothing to do with me. Do I wish that they would answer some questions? Absolutely. I mean, you're on a reality show, and it's supposed to be about your real life, but don't sit here and just give me some fluff bullshit when your life is fucked up. Tell the people what's going on in your lives. Maybe somebody can listen. Maybe somebody can see your story, learn from it, and be like, oh, I don't want to do that. So then, the producers are talking to she and PK and asking them about this whole situation, about actually the fact that the house is in Dorit's name and not PK's name. And she said, is that a big deal? Is your house in your wife's name or yours? Well, the producer didn't ask you that question. He asked you, why is your house in your name? And I'm assuming that the house is in your name so that, if any kind of, lawsuits come with the lawsuits, the house is in PK's name, and if the lawsuit is in his name and not yours, they can't come after you for his, well, actually, couldn't they? That is an interesting question. Why is the house in her name? But yeah, with these two, it's just when it comes, because they were asking PK about his business prior to Dorit, and it just for me, the situation with Dorit and PK, it just feels like something just ain't really clean in the milk with those two. So I don't really know what to believe. But I've always felt like Dorit was a fake since the minute I first laid eyes on Dorit on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I've always thought she was a fake. I mean, with her accent, that's what threw me off. Is her accent. When you travel the world, you can speak in any accent you want. No, the fuck you can't. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Miss Garcelle Beauvais. People say her name is Bouvet, but it's Beauvais because she corrected Andy last week on the after show when she was on Watch What Happens Live with him and Dorit. So her name is Garcelle Beauvais. I mean, come on. Yes, Beauvais. So Garcelle is with her good friend Allie Landry. You guys, I love Allie. I think Allie is great. I used to watch the UPN TV show that she was on years ago with Eve that was titled after Eve. And then, I remember when she was engaged to Mario Lopez, those who never got married. Um, but I mostly know her from the TV show Eve. That was where I first was introduced to Allie Landry. So they're going to look at Garcelle's new home because Garcelle has and she had a house built. Yes, Garcelle, you show them. I'm building a house, bitch. I'm not buying no house that was already somebody's already lived in. I'm not renting a house. I'm not doing that. I am buying this house. So yes, you show them that. Now Garcelle tells us about her ex-husband. That ex-husband, man, I know he had to be like, fuck. Why did I tell her that I cheated on her? And he told her that he was, because she said asked him, she use his phone or something like that. And she went through her phone and saw a text message that said, I love you. And then that's where the infamous, email that went to his partners and anybody that he worked with about him cheating. what did it say? What does Jesse James and Tiger Woods have in common with her ex husband? Shit, that they all cheated on their wives. Woo-hoo-hoo. I know that had to have stung like it wasn't nothing. And the fact that I don't know what the other woman looked like, and I'm not gonna talk about the other woman, but damn, for him to just cheat on Garcelle, like Garcelle is bad, man, bad to the bone. Like wow, a 5 year you cheated for 5 long years. Damn, fuck, mm, poor Garcelle. But let's move on. All right, you guys. So let's talk about Kyle. So Kyle, like I said, you guys, she's still in New York and she's having dinner with Sutton. Sutton walks into the dinner. Sutton, ooh, you look frumpy as hell in that ugly ass disco ball looking ass dress. Horrendous. So then Kyle was talking about how she stayed in New York because I guess that's the time where where like I guess the stores or the boutiques after after New York Fashion Week, if they want to buy your clothing and have it placed in their stores, that's when they'll do it. I'm just like, wow, Kyle. I like Kyle. I know a lot of people don't care for Kyle. I do. I like Kyle. But the fact that Kyle with this clothing line is just like you're basically what you're doing is you're just throwing your name onto a clothing line because those clothes look horrible. Those clothes are ugly as hell. Sorry to tell you, but those clothes are not cute, and it's just really weird. You don't know anything about fashion. You didn't even see the designs before they went on a. You just barely saw the designs before they went on a runway, and yeah, just weird. But I mean, hey, if that's what you want to put your money into, you do it. I don't count nobody else's pocketbook. But it's a no for me. So then Sutton is talking about her divorce from her ex husband, how she feels free. Congratulations to you. Um, Sutton also said that she never knew what leisure wear was. Hell, from what you got on, we can tell you don't know what any kind of wear is, cause that should be weird. That's wear that should be wear and tear under a car. It's horrible. That dress is atrocious. God, for someone to be so uptight and bougie, and is friends with Domenico Dolce, he's obviously not helped you out in the style department because you suck at it. You suck at it completely. And then she's talking to Kyle about her opening her store. I'm like, what kind of store are you opening? I'm hoping it is not a clothing store because a clothing store by Sutton should be bankrupt within 6 months. Just saying, it should be bankrupt within 6 months. Because I, looking at what she's wearing on this show, I would never, if I was a woman, I would never shop in her store. Just keeping it real with you. But let's move on. All right, you guys. So this video might actually be short because unfortunately, right now, Beverly. I mean, it's just episode 2. They're not really giving anything just yet, but we're gonna stick around and deal with. We're gonna stick around for right now. So Lisa Rinna. So she is back. So actually, I didn't even say this, but all the girls, with the exception of Kyle, are back in Beverly Hills, L.A., California, wherever. So Rinna met up with Teddy. And she's telling Teddy about what's been going down, and Teddy asked her how did the kiddos feel when she left, and she says that Amelia, I think Amelia is her youngest daughter, correct you guys? So Amelia is going to school in New York, and she's working and going to school in New York, but unfortunately Amelia is having a hard time with doing so. And I'm like, okay, I was at first when I first started listening to the story, I was kind of been like, really, she's having an issue. But then I had to think about it. She's an 18-year-old kid, and she's this is I'm pretty sure this is her first time living away from her mom and her dad. So Yes, I can understand it. It might be a bit jarring, a bit shocking. So I had to think to myself, how would I have felt at 18 going to college? Because the luxury for me was when I went to college, I was going to a community college in my hometown. Did I want to? Was that what I wanted to do? No, it wasn't what I wanted to do. My mother, God rest her soul, my mother was an older woman, so she was a worry wart. So she worried about a lot of stuff with me. So I was like, you know what, just to appease her, I'm gonna stay home. And I'm actually kind of glad that I did stay home and go to college and graduate in my hometown because it taught me. It just it made me. I'm glad I did that because number one, when I was in college, I partied, I went to clubs, drank, smoked, everything, and I also failed a few semesters. I failed my second semester of college, and it was a wake up call for me. So I'm glad that that happened because had I been in a different state trying to go to school, and all that stuff was going on, I would have been SOL because I would have had no. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that I stayed home. So I'm not judging her at all. So yeah, I definitely. So I do understand it. It's different. You're so used to being with your parents, and then when you get on your own, you don't know. You don't know. Really, you're really kind of trying to figure things out as you go. So I understand all that stuff. And then Rena talking about how she hasn't been going to class, and she's had some panic attacks. And then Teddy says, and then they talk about this post that she posted, and Teddy said, "Yeah, I did see that post, and I reached out to her because Teddy and her dad, her being Teddy Mellencamp, and her father being what is her dad? John Mellencamp. Is that right, you guys? Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, Teddy understood her. And then we have this other scene with Rena and Teddy where they're in the car and they are heading to Sutton's event. And we're going to talk about Sutton a little later. And, Rena was talking about how she has to go to QVC, come back to Beverly Hills, go to New York, come back. So when with all this stuff going on, she's gonna miss Teddy's retreat. Which, like I said, we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about Teddy and Sutton later in the review. So let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So let's talk about Denise real quick. So Denise, like I said, all the girls back in Beverly Hills. So Denise is with Aaron. She's catching him up on the trip to New York, and she's also telling him about the fact that Charlie. She found out when she was in New York that Charlie did an interview, and he was talking about her, and going to court and how she had to file a suit, response to what Charlie said. She said she's not seeking child support from him. I'm like, shit, I would. I definitely would. Charlie got money. 2.5 men money. Unless and hopefully he ain't smoked it all up. Is Charlie clean? I'm not being funny, but is Charlie clean these days? Because I don't, you don't see Charlie Sheen in the media anymore. So is he sober? I don't know that much about what Charlie's got going on these days. But I do know if he still got that 2.5 man money, that's some money. That's some good money right there if he still got that 2.5 men money. But she's also talking about the fact that she doesn't want to go to court with him because the girls don't know very much about Charlie. I'm like, wow, they don't. Aren't y'all girls teenage? I get it. They're teenage. If they're teenagers, I get it. You still don't want them, but I mean, don't they have phones? Like they can't sit there and Google Charlie Sheen like shit. When I Google Charlie Sheen, let's see what we get. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen. Shit, one of the first things that pop up, besides net worth, is he's HIV positive. And no judgment to Charlie. I mean, we all have a past. God damn, he's worth $10 million. Oh, Denise, get that child support. I knew Charlie Sheen had some money. Oh, he got other children besides hers. Oh, damn. He got Max Sheen, Sam. Sam is Denise's. Lola is Denise's daughter that she adopted. Denise has all girls, so Denise has all girls. Wow. Wow. Okay. And then another thing that pops up. Oh, so Charlie Sheen is sober. Okay, cool. Congratulations, Charlie, for being sober. I wasn't being shady. I was just wondering if he was sober, you guys. So there was a claim. Oh, wow. This is recent. On 3/10/2020, Corey Feldman accuses Charlie Sheen of Corey Feldman accuses Charlie Sheen of Corey Haim's sexual abuse. Is Corey a boy or a girl? Oh wow, I didn't. Oh wow. You know what? For the sake of those girls, I really hope that they don't Google their dad. But I'm just saying they could Google their dad, and I get it. You know, Denise said that Charlie to them Charlie is, yes, we know he's Charlie Sheen, but to them he's their dad, and I understand that. You don't want to crush any girl's ideas of their father. So I definitely understand that, but Denise, it's gonna be pretty hard for those girls not to know about Charlie's life. I mean, like I said, like I just Googled it, and it's all in the media. It's in the media. It's on the internet. So it's and I don't think that people think these celebrities. I don't. Sometimes I wonder if celebrities think about when they have kids, if they have kids, the things that they do, and if they would be happy or proud if their kids find out the things that they do. And I'm not judging Charlie. By no means am I passing judgment on Charlie. But we all have a past, and as long as Charlie has learned from his past mistakes, that's all that matters. It's really truly all that matters. So Denise also, we found out that she has a hernia, and she goes into surgery. So when she's heading to surgery, she's freaking out about it, and the next thing we see is her in her hotel room, doped up. Found out that she had actually 4 hernias, and the surgery was 6 hours instead of 1 hour. And then also Rena called and checked up on her, and she said, "Oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to come to Sutton's event." Count that as a win in your book, Denise, that you didn't go to Sutton's event. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So next, let's move over to my girl, Erica Jane. I know most people don't like Erica as well, and I'm gonna tell you once again, I don't give a fuck. Ha! Putting it plain and simply, I don't give a goddamn fuck. So Erica's meeting up with Garcelle. They're having lunch. Now, I did not know that Garcelle had an older son that was 28 years old. And Garcelle's about to be a grandmother. I'm like, damn, you're going to be one fine ass grandma. Hell, Erica would be a fine ass grandma because her son is, what, 27? Like, damn, y'all can be some badass grandmas. Like, y'all walk up to school with y'all grandkids, they be like, who is that? Oh, that's my grandma. You're who? Your grandma's hot. I could just hear it now. So yeah. So they connect on that. Now, Garcelle asked Erica how was the sex with her and Tom. Um, ooh, she said it's good. God. Ooh. Hmm. I just don't know if I could have sex with someone that's 80. I'm sorry. Ugh. Just not for me. Yeah, that just won't be the look for me to have some sex with someone who's 80 years old. Just keeping it real with you. No judgment to Erica. I love Erica, but yeah, wouldn't be able to do it at all. Now here's a question that I have because I see this happening on almost every white Housewives franchise where they order avocado toast. What is it about avocado toast? I've never had it. Is it good? Like somebody school me on avocado toast. School me on that. Let me know if it's good, and I might try it. So then they talk about Sutton's store opening. Are they going? Yes, they're both going. Should they have went? Probably not. So then we also do see Erica. She's talking to Tom, and she's gotten the role of Roxy on the Broadway play Chicago. Oh damn! When was this filmed? Because if it was anytime between the end of last year, she might not be on Broadway. She's not on Broadway right now. But nonetheless, congratulations to her for getting that role on Broadway. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So let's talk about Teddy. There's not really much to talk about with Teddy. She said her dad is trying to name the baby. He wants to name the baby Toots. Stupid name. Just keep putting it out there. So Teddy is planning this retreat, and she wants to open it up to the public, and also she wants to invite the girls. So she checks the girls, and we see all the girls in her, interviews, and they're talking to the producers, and they're reading it, and they're saying most of them are saying that they don't really want to go to this. And Teddy also told them that in the text message, it's okay if they don't want to come. She doesn't care. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, I can understand where she's coming from. Because this is why I wouldn't. I wouldn't necessarily say that to my friends, but I would send my friends an invitation, and I would tell them like, I would love it if you would come. If you can't come, I completely understand. But I wouldn't say I don't care if you don't come. Because for her to say she doesn't care if they doesn't come, it actually sounds like you do care if they come, but you're just trying to say that so that way if they say no, your feelings won't necessarily be hurt, I guess, so to speak. I don't know. But you could have definitely worded that better and differently. Like I said, you could have just said, hey girls, I'm having this retreat on X day. It's gonna be from this time to this time. I'm having a lunch. I'm having a workout session in between. I'm having dinner and then whatever. Now, I would love it if you. I would absolutely love it if you guys could come. But, however, if you guys are unable to attend, that's completely fine. I absolutely understand. Something like that would be better than I don't care if you come. If you don't care if I come, then what the fuck did you send me this text message for? Like, really, why would you send me this text message if you don't care? If you don't care, don't send me this shit. Period. But she cares. Nonetheless, she absolutely cares. She's just trying to save face and trying to, spare her feelings. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So we're gonna close this episode out, and we're gonna talk about Sutton and this boutique that she's opening, which for some reason I don't understand who and why someone gave her a boutique. She said that her ex-husband never believed in her opening up this boutique. I can understand why he never believed in you. Look at what you wear, especially in this scene. And she name dropped who designer was she had on, and it's couture. I was with Erica. I mean, just because you say it's couture doesn't mean it looks good, because that looks horrible. It looks atrocious. I'm just like, oh my god, I mean, what the hell was with the ruffles all up? The ruffles. Now the skirt was okay. The skirt and the heels was okay. It was just this roughly whatever the fuck this shit was. This top, atrocious. So again, Sudden store should go bankrupt within 6 months. I'm just saying that. I don't care if anybody feels any type of way about me saying that. I don't give a fuck. That's like me asking Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles to style me. I would much prefer Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles to style me than Sutton. Because I don't know what Sutton had on. A fashionista, she is not. Also, Dorit showed up, and Dorit was questioned by one of the paps about her NPK situation. She didn't really want to answer that question that girl was asking. I'm like, well, Dorit, Dorit is a walking. She's a bit of a contradiction. A bit of a contradiction. But I really don't care. You know, they want to talk about Denise not opening up her life. Shit, half of y'all are doing the same thing that Denise is doing. But y'all want to pass judgment on Denise. Get the fuck out of here. Speaking of Denise, Renna told the girls that Denise was not coming because of the hernias that she had. Then Sutton's talking about the mayor is there. She doesn't know who he is. The mayor of West Hollywood, I believe it is. So the mayor gets up there. He introduces himself. And Sutton comes up there. And instead of her saying, thank you for coming. Thank you for speaking on my, at my event. She grills him about parking tickets. I'm like, parking tickets? Really? Really? Parking tickets. So, also, Teddy, again, Teddy, I don't know why you said you don't care if they come. You obviously care if they come. Because Dorit was telling her that she won't be able to make it to, she'll come for dinner, but after that, I think she said she had to leave. And Teddy was like, oh, if you guys can't come, I really don't care. That's not what you tell your friends. You could at least say, hey, if you guys can't make it, I completely understand. No harm, no foul. Just let me know ahead of time. But you guys, that was Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Share this video, and I will catch you guys in the next video. And until the next one, take care of yourselves and keep it safe, you guys. Peace.